Life expectancy has always been one of the prominent indicators reflecting the quality of life and development of each country. When mentioning the longest living peoples in the world, one cannot help but think of Japan, with images of elderly people with silver hair, healthy, still diligently gardening or taking morning walks. In the United States, stories about centenarians, those who have surpassed the age of 100, are also not uncommon. However, what truly lies behind the secret of this impressive longevity? And between these two cultures, two completely different lifestyles, is there any common factor that helps them extend their healthy and happy years? Looking at Japan, the first thing that impresses scientists is the diet. A study published in 2022 showed that switching from a traditional Western-style diet, which contains a lot of red meat, processed foods, sugary drinks, and refined grains, to a diet rich in whole grains, beans, fish, fruits, green vegetables, and nuts, while minimizing red meat and processed meats, can increase lifespan by up to 10 years. This is also the secret of most Japanese people. They not only eat fish and fresh vegetables, but also minimize canned foods and fast food. Traditional meals with steamed fish, seaweed, tofu, brown rice, and green tea have become a model for healthy eating worldwide. Not only limited to the menu, the eating habits of the Japanese are also very refined, eating slowly, chewing thoroughly, stopping when just full enough, avoiding the feeling of being overly full. This method helps the digestive system work more efficiently, reducing the risk of weight gain and chronic metabolic diseases. In fact, many elderly men and women who live long lives in Japan have shared that their secret is simply eating slightly less than their needs and never eating until overly full. In addition, physical activity plays an indispensable role in the lifestyle of elderly Japanese people. Even in their 80s and 90s, many still diligently tend their vegetable gardens, walk, practice gentle exercises, or participate in community fitness classes. Maintaining light physical activities not only helps keep joints flexible and reduces the risk of chronic diseases, but also keeps the spirit refreshed and connected to the community. An interesting point is that the Japanese place great importance on social activities. They often join clubs, groups with shared interests, organize meetings, chat, and share joys and sorrows together. These positive social relationships act as a safety net, helping the elderly avoid feelings of loneliness and depression, silent causes that affect longevity. However, when looking at the United States, the picture of longevity is more complex. It is true that America also has many people living over 100 years old, and statistics even show that the number of people over 100 years old in the U.S. is increasing. But recently, a shocking discovery was posted on social media by billionaire Elon Musk, pointing out that more than 20 million Americans aged between 100 and 369 are still receiving Social Security benefits. This has caused the public to doubt the accuracy of the data system and the management of longevity in the U.S. Could the impressive number of long-lived people be somewhat inflated due to errors in the administrative system? Setting aside numerical factors, reality still shows that quite a few Americans truly live beyond the age of 100. So what is their secret? Many studies indicate that, like the Japanese, centenarians in the U.S. often maintain an active lifestyle, actively participating in physical activities such as walking, dancing, yoga, or gardening. They also focus on maintaining social relationships, staying connected with family, friends, and engaging in the community. However, the biggest difference probably lies in their diet. Many long-lived Americans choose the Mediterranean diet, rich in green vegetables, olive oil, fish, nuts, and limiting processed foods. Some others follow vegetarian or semi-vegetarian diets, increasing fruits and vegetables while minimizing red meat. In addition, genetic factors also contribute to a certain extent. But scientists agree that lifestyle is the decisive factor. There are families in the United States where many generations live long lives, but what they have in common is not only their genes, but also a positive way of living, an optimistic spirit, the ability to adapt to change, and the will to overcome difficulties. Another notable point is mental health. Both in Japan and the US, elderly people who live long lives often have an optimistic spirit, continuously learn, and always seek joy and meaning in daily life. They do not let themselves get caught up in prolonged worries and troubles. Instead, they maintain habits such as meditation, reading, playing music, caring for plants, or raising pets, activities that may seem small but help keep the mind youthful and reduce the risk of memory-related diseases, depression, and anxiety. In summary, the secret to living to 100 years old for elderly people in Japan and the United States is a combination of a healthy diet, maintaining regular physical activity, nurturing positive social relationships, and keeping an optimistic, joyful spirit. For the Japanese, the balance of diet, exercise, and community connection has become a long-standing tradition, while in the U.S., despite ongoing debates about statistics, an active, open lifestyle and knowing how to enjoy life also significantly contribute to the quality of old age. Ultimately, each individual can learn and apply these good habits to not only live long, but also live healthily and happily every day. Alongside diet and exercise, an indispensable factor in the longevity journey of the Japanese and Americans is the proactive awareness of healthcare. In Japan, regular health checkups are very systematically organized, almost becoming an essential part of life. Both the government and businesses encourage employees to undergo comprehensive annual health screenings, helping to detect early issues such as blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, or cardiovascular diseases. Early detection and timely intervention are among the factors contributing to the impressive life expectancy of the Japanese. In the United States, the healthcare system also encourages people to actively manage their health conditions. Although medical costs in the U.S. are relatively high compared to many other countries, the awareness of self-care is continuously increasing, especially among the elderly and health-conscious communities. They regularly exercise, control their weight, monitor blood pressure and blood sugar, and learn to recognize early warning signs of diseases to proactively seek medical support when needed. Another prominent common point between the long-lived Japanese and Americans is the ability to maintain regular, scientific lifestyle habits. The Japanese focus on a minimalist lifestyle, balancing work and rest. They often walk, cycle, participate in gentle sports classes such as yoga and tai chi, or simply garden and care for plants. They believe that gentle, consistent daily movement is much better than intense workouts, followed by long periods of rest. Americans are also very diverse in choosing physical activities suitable for their age and health. Besides modern gyms, they join walking clubs, dance groups, swimming, hiking, or outdoor activities like camping and boating. These activities not only help maintain physical fitness, but also create opportunities for social interaction, community connection, and strengthening social bonds, an important factor in extending lifespan. The role of sleep in maintaining health and longevity cannot be overlooked. The Japanese are famous for the concept of inamuri, the art of short naps during the day. They value quality sleep, avoid staying up late, maintain regular sleeping and waking times, create a quiet sleeping environment, and stay away from electronic devices before bed. Americans are also increasingly aware of the importance of sleep, encouraging habits such as meditation, reading, or listening to relaxing music before sleep to ensure deep rest and effective energy recovery. Mental and emotional factors play a significant role in the journey of living long and healthy. In Japan, the concept of ikigai, a reason for living, is seen as a motivation that helps people always look forward and find meaning in everything they do. Long-lived Japanese often have a clear goal, big or small, and continuously strive to improve themselves. They maintain an optimistic spirit, avoid negative emotions, keep calm in the face of difficulties, and regard failures as valuable lessons for growth. In the U.S., many long-lived elderly maintain their passions and personal hobbies, from painting, gardening, playing musical instruments, to participating in volunteer activities. They maintain positive social relationships, keep regular contact with friends and family, and join community groups and clubs according to their interests. An open mindset, sharing and receiving emotional support from those around them help them overcome loneliness and reduce the risk of mental and memory-related diseases. Another factor contributing to the longevity of the Japanese and Americans is adaptability to change. Both countries have experienced many economic, social, natural disaster, and epidemic fluctuations. However, the people here have the ability to adapt quickly, proactively learn new skills, and are willing to change habits to suit new circumstances. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, both long-lived Japanese and Americans increased home exercise, ate healthier, emphasized personal hygiene, and maintained positive lifestyle habits to protect their health. Besides the above factors, the living environment also plays an important role. The Japanese often live in quiet neighborhoods close to nature, with fresh air and many green trees. They pay great attention to environmental hygiene, limit the use of harmful chemicals, and prioritize natural, eco-friendly products. Americans are also increasingly concerned about green living spaces, decorating homes with plants, creating open spaces, and utilizing natural light to improve air quality and mental well-being. Another secret helping the Japanese and Americans live long is their ability to balance work and personal life. In Japan, although famous for a hard-working culture, in recent years, the government and businesses have promoted policies to reduce working hours, increase rest time, and encourage employees to participate in sports, travel, and recreational activities with family. Americans also highly value vacations, frequently organizing trips, camping, and outings to relax, recharge, and strengthen bonds with loved ones. In the context of modern society with many pressures, long-lived Japanese and Americans both know how to manage stress effectively. They practice relaxation methods such as meditation, yoga, qigong, or simply spend time on personal hobbies, reading, and caring for pets. Some even apply natural therapies like forest bathing, Shinrin-yoku, outdoor meditation, listening to flowing water and bird song to soothe the mind and keep their spirits strong and optimistic. Not only caring for themselves, long-lived Japanese and Americans also focus on contributing to the community. They participate in volunteer activities, support lonely elderly people, children in difficult circumstances, and protect the environment. These contributions not only bring joy and meaning to life, but also help them feel useful, appreciated, and loved. An important factor in maintaining an optimistic spirit and living longer. Another common point is respect for the elderly and traditional values. In Japan, the elderly are considered a treasure trove of knowledge, cared for and respected by their descendants, and participate in community activities. In the U.S., many places have community centers for the elderly, providing opportunities for socializing, learning, and participating in skill, art, and sports classes suitable for their age. Finally, it is impossible not to mention the awareness of learning and updating new knowledge. The Japanese, even at an advanced age, maintain habits of reading, learning foreign languages, using technology, and attending online classes to train memory and keep their brains active. Americans also encourage the elderly to participate in intellectual activities such as crossword puzzles, chess, learning musical instruments, and joining discussion groups about books, movies, and current affairs to broaden knowledge and keep their minds youthful. All the above factors, from diet, exercise, healthcare, maintaining social relationships, balancing mental health, living environment, community contribution, to lifelong learning, blend together to create the secret to longevity for the Japanese and Americans. Although each person has different circumstances and conditions, the biggest common point is that they are always proactive, conscious, and positive in self-care, love life, and continuously develop themselves. This is a valuable message for anyone wishing to live longer, healthier, and more meaningful every day. The above factors have created a clear difference in the average lifespan of Japanese and Americans compared to many other countries. In Japan, the concept of ikigai, the reason for living, plays an important role in maintaining mental health. Japanese people often find a goal or passion to pursue every day, from work and hobbies to caring for family and contributing to the community. This helps them feel that life is more meaningful, reduces stress, and motivates them to maintain good habits. In addition, traditional Japanese meals often focus on nutritional balance, a variety of colors, and moderate portions. The habit of eating slowly and savoring each dish helps the digestive system work better and prevents overeating. Many Japanese also apply the principle of hara hachibu, eating only until 80% full, to maintain an ideal weight and prevent chronic diseases. In the United States, health awareness is increasingly raised thanks to media campaigns, community education, and supporting technology. Americans often participate in outdoor sports activities such as running, cycling, swimming, or exercise in gyms with modern equipment. Regular health checkups, vaccinations, nutritional counseling, and psychological care are also emphasized, helping to detect early and prevent many dangerous diseases. Additionally, many Americans maintain the habit of learning, updating new knowledge, and attending skill development classes, helping the brain stay active and preventing memory decline. An important common point between the two countries is the concern for the living environment. Japanese people focus on clean, airy living spaces close to nature, often planting greenery, cleaning their homes, and protecting the surrounding environment. Americans also enjoy outdoor activities such as camping, hiking, and ecotourism to enhance both physical and mental health. Strong social relationships act as a valuable medicine to help people fight loneliness, depression, and psychological problems. In Japan, community activities such as festivals, clubs, and interest groups are regularly organized, creating opportunities for people to interact, share, and support each other. Americans also maintain friendships and family relationships, participate in volunteer activities, sports clubs, and interest groups. Caring, encouraging, and helping each other in the community contribute to improving the quality of mental life. Another aspect that cannot be overlooked is respect for the elderly. In Japan, the elderly are considered a treasure trove of knowledge, cared for attentively, with activities regularly organized specifically for them. In the U.S., many programs supporting the elderly in medical care, nutrition, exercise, and social interaction are widely implemented, helping them always feel valued in society. Scientific living habits such as getting enough sleep, waking up and going to bed on time, limiting the use of electronic devices before sleep, managing stress through meditation, yoga, reading, and listening to music are also cared for by both peoples. They know how to listen to their bodies, proactively rest and relax when needed, and do not let work or life pressures negatively affect their health. Finally, perseverance and persistence in maintaining a healthy lifestyle are the keys to success. Despite difficulties and challenges, both Japanese and Americans are aware of the importance of health to the quality of life. They continuously learn, improve themselves, adapt to changes, and enjoy every present moment. These secrets have helped them live longer, healthier, and happier every day.